Well, you reap what you sow, I suppose. Xbox and PlayStation games are becoming more expensive because the hardware is so expensive to develop for. You people really did bring it on yourselves. You really did bring the decline of video games on yourselves by pushing realistic graphics, only realistic graphics, no novelty in gameplay, no unique features, mechanics, no real innovation. We just want realistic graphics, nothing else. Well, here we are. After years of being warned, years of the gaming industry struggling to justify, it seems like they're finally about to do it. It feels like with the next generation of consoles, the PS5 and the Xbox Series X, they are going to raise game prices for absolutely no reason. They literally just want to make more money. They want you to spend more money. Amazing. After DLC, after microtransactions, after loot boxes, they still go ahead and do this. And they think they can get away with it too. It's really baffling to see them continue to pull these stunts over and over again. I remember being incredulous 10 years ago when they raised prices to it was more than 10 years ago with the PS360 generation when they raised prices from 50 to 60. That was ludicrous to me. To be fair, I was a lot younger then, so $10 felt like a whole lot more then than it does now. But this is what it's come to. This is what just pushing, doing what they've been doing incessantly for 20 years. They're not making enough money. It's insane to say, but these third-party developers, they have to do this to continue just making that dosh, continue making money, continuing to compete with Nintendo, who, by the way, still continue to put out a number of budget titles. It's ridiculous. It really is. And I hope there's some serious market pushback to this. They can't keep raising prices constantly, especially since we're in a recession instigated by the corrupt Democratic Party. But I am just... again, it's like I always say. How do you correct this problem? Support Nintendo. That's all you really need to do. Oh, by the way, remember how in the PS1 generation, the discs were cheaper to produce, and that was why the PS1 dominated the N64 and got so much third-party support. It had nothing to do with Sony paying for all these third-party developers to support the PlayStation over Nintendo. They certainly don't do that today. It had everything to do with the discs. We're at the point now where the inexpensive discs are pricier than the cartridges. Is anyone going to acknowledge that? Is anyone going to bring that up at all? No. They're just going to ignore it. They're just going to write it off. They're going to make excuses. They're going to try to justify it. Don't buy video games for $70 a pop.